Good morning, is it from Zetster's lab? My housekeeper just asked me to mend a skirt of hers, and as I was picking it up, I remember my vintage serviette top, and I thought I haven't wore it because it was really too cold. Today is the first hot day. So I thought, you know what, I went into town, so I'm dressed up, lipstick and everything, so I can quickly show you my top. And I've got my base on. You remember my base? These little tops, yeah, just these little tops with my jeans or a nice skirt, and that's my base. So on top of that, I wear all my things I create. So this is my vintage serviette top. So you can see it's linen. So it's very, I don't have an iron, and I don't iron, so, but this is the look of linen. I just love the look, and I want to show you the back. Can you see how beautiful? So this was 4 serviettes. I bought 4 serviettes. You can see that's one. And then this side is second one. They overlapped in the front. Then at the back I used 2. And the extras that I cut off there, I used to cover these little squares, little things. And voila! This is, I think, I paid 10 Rand one or 20, so there was 100 Rand that I used to create this one of a piece, pure linen, vintage serviette top. So if I can, you can. All you have to do is really just start. So I already are thinking what to do with this. Oh my gosh, this was a little serviette, oops, that I bought a long time ago. It's not even finished embroidery. Oh gosh, I don't know how to say that in English yet, but I don't care. You wash it a couple of times and then it will be glorious. So I thought, you know, it's exactly the same color as my other 4 serviettes, but oh, this is gorgeous. Look at the embroidery. It is so gorgeous. So now my next thing is how to create a top with 4 serviettes and then this little one. So I thought about this, and then one at the back, and then fill it in. But the big thing is to keep these, oh gosh, crocheted embroidery, because that is the most beautiful. So yeah, I always say, for me, the most difficult part in creating these vintage clothes out of these beautiful serviettes or tablecloths is to cut them, because they are so gorgeous. You don't want to cut them. But you cannot make a thing if you don't cut it. So now I really try, as you can see with this one, I try to use as much as the serviette as I can and use all the beautiful parts. And then you see there's a little thing in front, and I kept it open in the back, so I can wear this over a long dress, over my jeans, over my skirts, whatever. This is just, I'm loving it. And the awesome thing is when you create for yourself, you create things you really love. So why go and buy a top of 100 Rand that's really very cheap, in the cheapest shop imaginable, and you don't really like it? So create, oh my goodness, to create just allows the abundant life in me to just flow. And to create this is actually more of a life experience, abundance experience than wearing them. But I still love it. So I create things that I love from things that I love and that what I have. So I will keep you posted about this one. I am not sure exactly how to do this, but you know, how do you start? I bought a top, a very expensive, it was on a sale I think, still expensive, a linen top years ago, but I really loved it. It was this peachy orangey color, and but it was exactly, it fitted me perfectly and I loved it. So from then on I used that one to create my own things by using that pattern. So this is also one of my linen tops that I made. I just use acrylic paint, I think, or I don't know if it was material paint. I just used black, and I just scrunched this piece of linen with I first wetted it, not too wet, but nice and wet, and then I put blotches of black paint on it, and I scrunched it, and there I got my beautiful piece of linen. So then I took my the one shirt that I bought years ago that really fit me, and I just cut off the pattern. So you can see with linen, it's so beautiful. It just, you don't have to make it all neat like this. You can just have it ruffled. I mean, it's just awesome. So once again, I took out my pattern, and from that I've created this one. So you know, you cut it kind of the same, and then you just, it's like a puzzle. You put your vintage serviettes, and you see what you can do, and then you just the same size, you make it the same size. So whatever you have in your cupboard that you really like, I also, when I go to the shops, I buy usually on sales, because oh, I love a bargain. I really love a bargain, and I love telling everybody about it. When they say, oh gosh, but that's a beautiful top, then I'll say, yes, I created it myself, because from vintage serviettes that I bought at my friend Shana's shop for 20 Rand or 10 Rand each. So this cost me $100, you know, 100 Rand. It's about $5, something like that. So that is what brings me joy, all these bargains, and then creating all these beautiful things from ordinary day by day stuff. Much nicer. So when I go to the shops and I have time, I'm not a shopper, and when I go and I put on clothes that I really like and it fits beautifully, I will look at the pattern, and sometimes I'll even buy that one item, and then I come home and create many more on the same style. Because I mean, a pattern, have you seen how expensive patterns are? Is that what you call it? A dress pattern that you go and buy and then you make, yes, a pattern. They're crazy expensive. I mean, I think it's 100 Rand for a pattern. So I bought this one top years ago, and I'm still using that as a pattern to create all my things. I've got so many beautiful dresses, exactly the same, just long. Some of them are wide with slits, other are not as wide. So that is my next project as well. I found these huge white serviettes, and many of them. I will have enough to create a dress. So they are really those thick, I cannot remember what they call it. material. Because the awesome thing is when you get a little bit older, it's always nice to have a kind of thick material, just to, you know, it flows nicely, doesn't show all your bumps and things. So these serviettes are so nice and thick. These are also linen. So can you imagine just a small little slip dress with little slits? Oh, sorry, I want to sneeze. I've got a, we call them in Afrikaans seringboom outside. I don't know what you will call that in English. But it's got the most beautiful flowers. So that whole tree is now just covered in this little purplish, soft purple lilac flowers. But I think it gives me a little bit of an hay fever, but I don't care. That is my big joy when I look out of this window, and then you can see the little dove inside. I'm sitting in it, and oh, it's so beautiful. So yes, these are my next projects. Let me know what you are busy with. And remember, as I think I said in the previous video, we all are creators. But we need to start creating in order for those creative juices, life in us, to start flowing. And the more you create, the more creative you'll become. It's like anything else, everything else. So you got to start, and fear got to go, because what now if you make a mess? So what? You do another one. And you learn and you grow, and the joy comes to me in the creating of these beautiful things. So my motto in life, use what I have to create what I love. Why not? So have a fantastic day. Thank you that I can share my creations with you. And please let me know, my pants are falling off, what you are creating. And I mean, this is just so gorgeous, and it's really, I love things that, how do you say, wear easily. It must be easy clothes. It must be easy to wear, if you understand what I mean. And these things are, they're nice and loose, and they just wear, it's easy to wear. So have a fantastic day. Is it from Zetster's Lab? Thank you for all my new subscribers. Thank you that I can share my life and my journey with you. Remember, my life inside is your life. We've got the one abundant life that is flowing mightily through us. And we just need to know that, realize that we've got what we need to experience peace and joy in this moment. And it starts with being grateful for what we already have, and start using what we already have. Love you lots. Is it from Zetster's Lab? Bye.